Not only is Calgary our home city, but it's also one of the biggest cities in Canada and one of the most beautiful. It's home to a lot of big attractions such as the world's largest rodeo, but also a lot of unique attractions that you can't find anywhere else. So in this video, we've partnered with Tourism Calgary and Foothills Tourism to show you some of the unique things to do in Calgary as well as in the foothills just outside the city.
Carla, a Canadian couple with two totally different backgrounds, sharing our experience and advice about traveling in Canada.
After almost a decade of world travel, we decided to focus on our home country of Canada and see how deep we could go.
This started with a 150-day road trip from coast to coast to coast, showcasing some of the best things to do in each province and territory.
We thought we'd see it all on that road trip, but we barely scratched the surface. So follow along as we continue to explore the second largest country on Earth. Well, it's bright and early right now. It's about 8 a.m. But today's an exciting day because we get to go fly fishing. I've been wanting to go fly fishing for such a long time, and I never thought that I'd get to do it right from the heart of downtown Calgary with Drift Out West fly fishing.
Well, that was a good practice. It's actually harder than what it looks like. I think I'm gonna have a sore arm at the end of the day. We didn't expect that rafting was included in this tour. Oh my god, this is a big one.
Well, I had a fish on, I think twice. Once actually saw him come out of the water, but didn't land it. So we're running out of time to get our lunch.
I don't know why I'm happy because we didn't catch any fish.
No luck today, no fish, but thankfully there's restaurants just around the corner from here, so we still get to have lunch.
I feel like I'm going into a secret garden.
I can't believe this is our first time at the Reader Rock Cafe. I've been living in Calgary for 15 years, and just being here, this is such a unique place, and it's located in a National Historic Site, and it's one of the most beautiful gardens in the city.
We couldn't resist to get some crepes. It's been such a long time and they look so yummy.
They are really good. Wow. Well, that was a much needed lunch because we have a busy afternoon ahead of us, but I'm just impressed that this garden and the cafe is actually maintained by volunteers. One of the things I love about Calgary is that it has so many beautiful natural areas, and it actually has the longest urban recreational pathway system in the entire world, with more than 1,000 kilometers of pathways connecting over 55 communities and a variety of parks. So one of the best ways to see it, of course, is by e-bikes. We just picked up some e-bikes from Bow Cycle here in East Village, and we're going to take you to some of the coolest communities that you can find along the Bow River.
before and I'll say it again, I love e-bikes because it really makes biking more enjoyable without effort, especially in long distances. I really enjoy biking along the river. It's quite easy, super peaceful. It gets more complicated as you get into the city because there's more people, but if you're here as a tourist, it's a great way to get around. And as always, we wish that we had more time, but now it's time to go for dinner.
Another popular area to visit is Eau Claire and Princess Island Park. It's right in the heart of downtown Calgary, and to me personally, it's one of the most beautiful parks in the city. Plus, you'll find the famous Peace Bridge. But since we're hungry right now, we're going to be going to River Cafe, which is known for its upscale, locally sourced cuisine, and it's the only place located right in Princess Island Park.
Well, the appetizer was delicious. And I need to tell you what I got. I got a Foothills sunset margarita. Why? Because we're going to the Foothills, it's almost sunset, and margarita is Mexican. So this was obviously a sign, and this tastes delicious.
Welcome to Blackfoot Traditional Territory and the Mohkinstsis Walking Tour. My name is Tara Wright Manichief and I'm from the Blood Tribe, also known as the Gana Nation, which is part of the Blackfoot Confederacy. And the tour that we're going to be doing today is the Mohkinstsis Walking Tour, where we talk about Blackfoot culture and history and explore this area and our connection to the land, but also a connection to where the confluence of the two rivers are, where the Bow and the Elbow come to meet.
Well, this one is a good one to remember for me because I get a lot of cankers. But let's see if I like it. It's actually not too bad, but I don't know how to describe the taste. Anyway, no, I don't like it. But you shouldn't eat the seed.
Oh yeah, it does make your mouth feel really dry.
Yeah, right?
That was such a great tour. We've never had such an in-depth conversation about Indigenous culture before. We actually didn't know what to expect going into that tour. And it was really cool. Obviously, it's very hard to encapsulate all the information we got into this very short video. But if you have any interest in learning about Indigenous culture, the treaties that were signed in Canada, all that kind of stuff, all while walking around one of the most beautiful areas of Calgary, we highly recommend it. And right where it starts and ends is where we're going to be having lunch at Sidewalk Citizen. We just found out that the Bump Festival is currently happening, so we came to check it out. It's actually been here since 2017, but this is the first time I've heard about it. And it's actually the Beltline Urban Murals Project, which is pretty cool because I love murals and I love outdoor art. And this is a community-driven initiative that's actually transforming Calgary into an open art gallery. Now we're in Kensington, another one of Calgary's most popular communities. We've been here many times, but today we're trying something new. We're going to be downloading the Alberta Food Finder app, solving clues, discovering hidden gems, and tasting our way through the neighborhood. Starting first at Peasant Cheese Shop. So we're going to actually be trying a cheese called 1608, which comes from Quebec, and it can only come from Quebec because it's made with a special type of cow, I guess there. Looks very good. And it's a huge sample.
Now for 15 points, it says that we need to find a location. So let's go. Well, here it says that I should take a picture of myself with one of the residents, which will show up once I open my camera.
part of the app, we get 10% off bulk candy purchase, which is awesome because that's my favorite kind of candy because you can pick and choose and fill your own bag.
They have my Mexican candy, bubalos, mazapan, duvalin. I remember this one.
So we're out of the busy area of Kensington now and into the more community of Sunnyside because we're going to Vendome and Holy Cow Gelato and Donuts, which is supposed to be one of the trendiest restaurants and cafes in the city. And our question, I guess the building they're in is historic. It was actually a local corner grocer until the 1980s, and we have to find out what year it was built. We found the date, 1912.
Well, that was a very good dinner, but we decided to skip dessert at the restaurant because we've heard so many good things about Made by Marcos, which is an ice cream place, and I guess it's true because it's 8 p.m. and look at the lineup.
Such a hard decision. There's so many interesting and unique flavors. I can see why it's so popular. Next, we're exploring the Foothills, which are less than an hour away from Calgary. For small town charm, unique activities, and beautiful countryside views, make sure you watch our next video about the Foothills.
Oh my god, these wines are good. Well, here it is. Not too bad for my first blacksmithing work.
Mamma mia!